From turning down a payday of almost $12 million to limiting the growth and expansion of the Stranger Things franchise, many people think that Millie Bobby Brown has made a huge mistake by turning down the Stranger Things spin-off. Looks like the actress is just about done with her role as Eleven in Stranger Things. So much so that she pretty much turned out a spin-off that would have netted her a massive paycheck. And trust me, this was definitely worth her while. Apparently, the actress would have gotten paid about $12 million for the role. Not just that, but it obviously would have delighted the fans to know that there is still more Eleven and Stranger Things goodness coming their way. Because of this, I think it's safe to say that she definitely is making a big mistake by not only denying such a huge sum of cash, but also deciding to pursue something entirely different, which may not yield a lot of fan support and love. I don't know about you, but fans of this show are very passionate, and when they'll all realize that they were so close to a spin-off, but basically had it all end because Millie wasn't in the mood for it, I think they'll definitely have a thing or two to say about the situation. But before you decide to call out Brown for not doing what fans want, let's keep in mind that she may have got a good reason for not wanting to continue, because recent rumors seemingly indicate that she may be wanting to branch out. This was reported by a news outlet that claimed that Brown's primary decision behind rejecting the $12 million payday was because she didn't want to just do the same role for another half-decade or two. And in some ways, I can understand that. Stranger Things defined much of the early years of her career, and if she decides to stick with that same role again, that'd pretty much seal her fate as an actress right then and there. Not only would she be giving up on a ton of other opportunities that could have potentially come her way, but it would also mean that she'd only ever be recognized for her role in Stranger Things. And as an actress, I'm sure she doesn't want to only be relegated to just that one role. So while it may seem like a huge mistake, I think there's definitely some justification for her turning down the gig. That said, this may not even be the real reason why she did it, because the Duffer Brothers were fairly quick to shut down any rumors about the whole thing. They took to Twitter to deny the fact that she turned down the spin-off because she wanted to branch out. They stated that the spin-off wasn't something that they were interested in exploring at all, and it was mostly because they'd already spent a huge chunk of time on the main show. But of course, Millie herself has been pretty tight-lipped about the whole thing. That said, the spin-off getting canceled doesn't just affect her. It also means that her co-stars won't get to reprise their roles. Obviously, just because Millie is done with the franchise doesn't mean the rest of them are. A lot of the cast members may be looking forward to still doing Stranger Things stuff. After all, there's still plenty of room to develop the franchise, especially because fans feel like there are mysteries that still need to be told. Like if there are more openings to the Upside Down elsewhere in the world, or if there are other supernatural realms that could potentially exist. But of course, with Millie deciding to stop the break so early, it's possible that no other spin-offs will really be able to take off. Not only does that cause the franchise to basically end up losing steam at its height, but also makes it so that none of her cast members will get to shine in a fresh new series, which honestly really sucks for them. Because while Brown may have gotten a ton of popularity due to her lead role in Stranger Things, some of the other cast members may still be hoping to get their shot in the limelight, hoping that a potential spin-off could give them the attention and popularity which would lead them to bigger and better things. And of course, the nice Netflix paycheck that comes with a stable gig can't really hurt. If the rumors are true and Brown really did turn down the spin-off idea, it's definitely at the cost of all her friends and cast members at Stranger Things. And that definitely feels a bit sad. In fact, some fans even think that Brown is acting a bit pretentious by turning down such a massive gig. After all, $12 million is no small amount. But the fact that she denied the amount and is moving just kind of feels like she doesn't care about the money, and instead wants to follow her passions as an actor. While some find that admirable, not everyone has the same idea. And some people took to social media to say that it all felt like an act. Like Millie was trying to make it feel like no amount of money can get in the way of her acting career and her choosing the roles that she wants. But then again, with the amount of money the cast of the show has already gotten, I highly doubt that they're deciding gigs based solely on the cash. At a certain point, you have to work on projects that interest you on a deeper level. And I can see why another decade of Stranger Things stuff may sound mind-numbing to her, even if she enjoyed the time that she spent already.
That's my phone. Well, you were the victim here.
I know, it's just why is she treating me this way? I don't know.
Mike.
What did I do wrong? What did I
Mike,
do wrong?
stop. Relax. Just relax, okay? Stop asking rational questions.
I know.
In the end, it's Millie's career, and she should make the choice, even if it's a mistake.
4, and I love it. I like live mode, and I also like building homes in it. I also am a vet in it, so I'm just living vicariously through my Sims character. I also like to play Fortnite from time to time, but I
don't think it's right to buckle under the pressure that fans can put on a person and do something just because the fan base or Netflix demands it. Millie is still very much at the start of her career, and she can choose to take it in whatever direction she pleases. I think the ultimate decision of just what that trajectory will be falls in her very own hands. So while fans can speculate and make their own headcanons, it's important to remember that they shouldn't get personal with stuff like this and go after actors simply because they made a choice that you don't agree with. Plus, with just how talented Millie is, I think there's a good chance that she may end up appearing in a new series or film that astonishes fans just as much as Stranger Things did, if not more. So let's give her a chance and see what her future wants to be like. That said, even with Millie deciding to call it quits on Stranger Things, fans are hopeful that the franchise can continue on without her. Many have even come up with tons of spin-off ideas that don't involve Brown. Some of these include stuff like Nancy, Steve, and Robin as they go and explore a bunch of supernatural stuff. But it could also be a prequel that takes fans into the earlier phases of the story. Taking a closer look at the earlier years of Dr. Martin Brenner could make for a good show. Plus, the series has yet to catch fans up to other siblings that Eleven had, and a show surrounding their lives could make for an interesting watch. All of these are interesting ideas and showcase that the franchise has room to grow, even if Millie isn't interested in reprising her role. But that's all that I know about Brown making a huge mistake by rejecting the spin-off.